This week we begin Sefer Shemos, the book of Exodus, where the Jewish people, they begin being enslaved in the land of Egypt, and slowly Moses is born, Moses the Savior, to come and save the Jewish people. And when it talks about Moses, which many of this week's portion talks about his characteristic traits, his humility. But besides all the great things that he was as a person, the overarching theme behind him is his caring for other people. Only a real leader could care about somebody else. And when you do care, that actually elevates you into the leader that he was. He was a regular person who cared about others, but when the opportunity came to help the nation as a whole, he raised the bar and he showed how much empathy he has for them. And that's something for all of us to learn. The more empathy we have for others, the more we become great and more become great leaders as well. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabitz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmiyanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushma hoyachad L'shem sefer ez v'lesila Chad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela L'kras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki hi mekor haberacha meirosh mikedem nesucha Sov ma'aseh b'machshavot chila lecha dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela mikdash melech Ir melucha kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lach shevet b'yimekabacha V'hu yachamol alayichem lalecha Dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisnari me'afar kumi Livshi bigdei sefartei chalmi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi yahala lecha Dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisahoreri Ki v'horechu miyori Ori, shir daberi, Gevod Hashem, alayich nigla. Lecha dodi lekras kala, Pnei Shabbos nekabela, V'hayulim shisa, shahosayich, V'rachaku kameh v'halayich, Yosis alayich elokayich, Kim sozcha sana kala lecha dodi lekras kala. Pnei Shabbos nekabela yamin usmal tehefrotzi v'yes Hashem daritzi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi ala lecha Dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Bawi b'shalom Ateres ba'ala Gamberina ovitzahala Tochem uneyam segula Bawi kala lecha Dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela. Later in the Torah reading, we have an incident of Moses, and he's trying to convince the Jewish people who've been enslaved for so many years that they are going to leave. And it's a very interesting conversation, because if someone told you this great thing was going to happen, you would jump out of your seat and be so excited. But they needed some convincing, and this is because when you're doing something for so long, you almost cannot imagine anything else. They were slaves for hundreds of years, and someone comes along saying it's going to end. As much as you want it to be true, it's hard to believe it. So Moshe had to convince them, and by telling them, listen, if you believe in God, you believe anything's possible. And obviously you've been through a lot, a tremendous amount, but anything could happen and it will happen. And sometimes when we change our perspective on what God could do for us, I hope to get to a better point where we are. We're now finished with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'es Nasa B'Chefso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'Haya V'Hoveh V'Yiyeh B'Sifara V'Hu Echad V'Yein Sheni Hamshilo Lehachvira Bili Reishis, Bili Sachlis, Velo Hod, V'Hamitra, V'Hu Keli, V'Chai Goali, V'Tur Chevli, V'Yes Nasa, V'Hu Nisi, Umanosli, Minas Kosi, B'Yom Ekra, B'Yahado, Avkid Ruchi, Eisishan v'yahira v'yemrochi geviyasi Adoshem li v'lo v'ira. Have a happy and healthy week, a great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.